8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's Morning Kicks Extra with Randy and Jen.
It's the 156th episode of Morning Kicks Extra.
Woohoo! Extra means an extra dose of Randy and Jen.
And while that may not seem like the best idea, it is a great way to catch up on stuff you might have missed out on during the show.
Or if there's anything you want to listen to again.
Like, we're still celebrating fall.
And we want to know, what's the most expensive impulse buy you've ever purchased?
So let's get things kicked off
on Morning Kicks Extra.
Morning Kicks Extra with Randy and Jen.
Kylie and Aaron Baker went out for dinner back on August 13th when Kylie went into labor. Oh, and by the way, it was their baby's exact due date. You'd think they would have at least...
That never happens, though.
Why do you go out on a date on your due date? Oh, a date. I get it.
Get it, yeah. So Aaron headed for the hospital, but it became pretty obvious that they weren't going to make it, so he pulled into the parking lot of One Well Brewing in Kalamazoo.
By the time he parked, walked around to the passenger side and got the door open, he had to catch the baby's head as it popped out.
Oh.
Yeah. The parents have decided to honor the memory of their unique birthplace in their son's name, Forrest Wells Baker.
At least it wasn't like Schlitz.
Or a Wendy's.
You know, this kid's actually pretty lucky. One of the most popular beers in Michigan is Shorts Hoomalupalicious India Pale Ale. So, I mean, it could have been that.
Movie Rehab! And in case you don't know, this is where we forcibly assign another movie for Jen to watch over the weekend, because before she came to Kick, she had seen few, if any, movies.
And so someone would make a movie reference, and I'd have no idea what they were talking about.
It was so annoying, it made you want to punch puppies.
So every Friday, Brandy assigns me a movie to watch. I watch it over the weekend, and then I come back on Monday, rank it 1 to 10, and let you know what I thought about it.
And just to clarify, this is movies that most of us have already seen, and Jen has not.
E.T., Forrest Gump, those are some ones I've seen now.
Close Encounters, Jaws, stuff like that. Yeah. She had never seen, but now she has. In fact, you can see the complete list of movies that we forced her to watch. We actually tape her eyes open.
It's very painful.
You can see the whole list at kicks1025.com on our website. If you go to Jen's bio page, I know normally you would avoid that like the plague, but it's got a complete listing there, and like 3 of them have ratings that she's put on them.
So what am I watching this weekend?
This weekend, you are watching one of my favorite movies from the 80s. It's Fletch.
Okay, what's Fletch?
Fletch is a 1985 American comedy thriller directed by Michael Ritchie and written by Andrew Bergman, but it's based on the Gregory MacDonald popular Fletch novels. I've read a lot of these. The movie's better, I gotta say. It stars Chevy Chase. It's probably Chevy Chase's best movie. And I mean, that's even stacking up to Caddyshack. I think
okay.
So. Now, don't get me wrong, Caddyshack's a better movie. But this is Chevy Chase's better movie.
Okay.
Okay, and it co-stars Tim Matheson, Dana Wheeler-Nicholson, Gina Davis is in this, Jodan Baker, about this chameleon investigative reporter, Irwin Fletcher, played by Chevy Chase, who might drive his editor up the wall, but he always produces great pieces for the newspaper. And when his next story is about a drug trade taking place on the beach, he goes undercover as a homeless man, but... unaware of his true identity, this businessman named Alan Stanwyck, played by Tim Matheson, offers him $50,000 to kill him.
What?
To kill the Alan Stanwyck guy. So Fletch is intrigued by this, so he decides to unearth the full story behind the offer, and a whole mystery ensues. And Chevy Chase is great in this.
Okay.
Chevy Chase is not great, but in this he is.
So where am I going to watch this?
It's a good question. I'm assuming on your television or a movie screen or something.
That tends to be where you can watch things, yeah.
Yeah, you can watch it there. You can watch it, if you'd already seen it, you could imagine it in your head. But that's
mental pictures. Yeah. Fascinating.
Probably not going to work real well since you've not seen it. There are places where you can watch it online on Paramount Plus. If you've got a subscription to that, you can watch it for free. You can rent it on Prime Video. They want $12 and they make you buy it.
Oh, come on.
Stupid. Or if you have it on Fandango at home, you can buy it and add it to your library for $15.
But Paramount Plus was the first one you said?
That's the only one that has it for free.
Okay.
Plex has it for $4.
I don't even know what Plex is. There's so many streaming services now.
And they all charge you extra for the things that you would supposedly be watching for free.
So I'm going to watch Fletch over the weekend, and then I'll come back on Monday, rank it 1 to 10, and let you know what I thought about it.
With Jen's Movie Rehab.
Morning Kicks Extra with Randy and Jen.
I have been dying for the first day of fall, and it finally hit yesterday, and it feels like fall today.
Now I'm dying on the first day of fall.
Oh, come on. It's not that bad.
I'm just
great.
Not a fan. It just means winter is one day closer.
Bring it on.
Leave it there.
Jeez.
Been really long since the 4th of July. We're losing the sun, it's lower in the sky. Summer is done, let's carve pumpkins. It's fall. Got shorter days and longer nights. Picking apples, so fall boiling tight. Weather is great, not 98, it's fall. All the leaves turn red and gold. Cooling down, but not too cold. Got a couple months until winter's ice and snow. Working on the yard and raking leaves. Picking a costume for this Halloween. Riding on hay and not corn maze. It's fall. It's fall.
Morning Kicks Extra with Randy and Jen.
Hi there, Morning Kicks.
Randy, baby.
Oh, good gosh.
Randy. I'm ready. Hey, was it? So I
Mama.
go into the kitchen, baby, and I'm trying to set the clock, and I put a tape in there, and my VCR, and it blew up.
Mama, your VCR is not in the kitchen. What are you talking about?
Yeah, it is. I've been watching it. I mean, don't get a lot of good reception,
No.
but I've been watching it for 3 days.
That's-
and then, I can't believe it smells like popcorn.
You don't even... Did you put a videotape in your microwave, Mama?
I got a microwave.
Oh, good God.
I can't believe it. Anyway, I can't get it to set. It keeps flashing. Can you come home, baby?
I'll try to make it down there.
Anyway, and if you can you pick up Mama a carton of Lucky's and a 12?
No, Mama, I'm not
12
picking you up
pack.
cigarettes and beer, all right?
Mr. Old Milwaukee, I don't know if I got it. Anyway, I can't set my car, baby.
I'll come do it for you, Mama.
All right. I hope to see you soon, Larry. I love you, baby.
Larry, my name's Randy, Mama.
What? Oh.
Bye, Mama.
Bye, baby. Help me.
Morning Kicks Extra.
So I guess now we'll have to start doing the fall cleanup stuff, won't we?
Oh, all the leaves outside that are
It's
falling all over
another
the place.
reason to hate fall is all of the work you have to do to get ready for winter.
Oh, it's not that bad. Is it really that much cleanup?
It's that much cleanup. There's all that stuff from summer. I going down the list the other day. Patio furniture, winterize the pool, put that up, put up the fountain. We've got to close this. We've got to put that in for the winter because winter tries to kill everything, you know. It's all death. That's all it is.
It's kind of true, yeah.
Yeah, so, there's one more thing to look forward to for the end of summer. Yay! We get all this work to do. I gotta get leaf bags. It's getting cold. The leaves are dropping. I'm breaking. My arm's getting tired. Fall cleanup ain't awesome. Nah, breaking the yard like ought to make the leaves drop. If the tree don't stop, it's going to get its trunk chopped. Put the leaves together took me a while. My neighbor's like,
Wow, that's a huge leaf pile.
I don't need leaf bags. All these leaves I think I'm keeping. I'm jumping off at the garage cause leaf piles are awesome.
Morning Kicks Extra.
We're talking about impulse buys.
Want to know what is the biggest impulse buy that you ever made?
Or maybe the most recent one you've made.
What's the impulse buy you made?
A fur coat.
Oh, you bought a fur coat on an impulse buy.
That was your impulse
Yes.
buy? So what, were they
Yes.
up by the register? You know, and you just thought, I've always wanted a fur coat. And was it in July?
Yeah, why?
Why would you buy a fur coat right now?
It's so hot.
They had this beautiful fur coat with like velvet. It was velvet fur, and it cost me like $175.
You know what? You know how many velvets they have to kill to make that velvet fur coat? The velvets are an endangered species.
This is very
Shouldn't be
Cruella de
weird.
Vil.
Yeah, you don't need to be killing velvets.
What is the last impulse buy that you made?
I would say probably some pigs. We went after some eggs, and I ended up coming out with 2 hogs. So
You wait a minute. You went in after eggs and came out with hogs?
yes, sir.
I can see how the two kind of sound alike, but there's really no comparison between the two products.
Oh, it was the rag going home in the SUV with them in the back. Popped it off.
I'm not ever sending him to buy groceries.
No, you'll come back with the whole farm.
What was the biggest impulse buy you ever made?
I am embarrassed to say it was a house.
How is a house an impulse buy?
Right?
I was at an auction. They started the bidding at like 50 grand. Nobody bid. Finally, I was like, I'll start you off at 10, knowing it wouldn't go for 10,000.
Right?
It sold for $10,000.
Holy cow!
You'd think that'd be a great deal, right?
Right.
Except the next day, the city condemned the house. I had to have it destroyed and then try and sell the property off, which I now have $15,000 in.
Well, but the way property's selling around here, I mean,
Not 5 years ago.
Well, not 5 years ago.
Yeah, probably not then, no.
The properties can be a little inconsistent.
Just hang on to it maybe for a little bit longer.
It's Morning Kicks Extra with Randy and Jen.
We're talking today, though, about the biggest impulse buy that you've ever bought. Or what is the thing that you always buy as an impulse buy?
Victoria's Secret. I cannot walk into that store. I got to have blinds on. I swear to God.
So let's test and see if it really is unmentionable. What did you buy?
No, I'll mention it. It's a bra.
Got to have some new drawers. That's right. Everybody needs new drawers.
What was your last impulse buy?
A guitar.
A guitar, that's not an impulse buy. That's an investment.
Well, it kind of is the way I bought it. I was at a family that inherited a house and just sold everything that their great-grandparents had and walked up and bought this guitar, $50 for my grandson, 4 years old. He loves guitars, and took it home and put a piece of string on it so he could hold it. He was too little, and he was walking around the house with it, and his grandpa come over, which is a collector, and said, let me see that guitar. And so he said, take it and have it appraised, and I went and had it appraised, and it was worth like $3,500.
See? I told you it was an investment.
It was a good one. We put it up and went to Walmart and got him one to play with.
Yeah, that'll
it's
be just fine.
What's the last impulse buy you made, or the biggest one you've bought?
This has been probably back in '84. I sold a classic car for $6,500, and I went down to a Gibson store to buy us a VCR, and I seen this car sitting out in front with a for sale sign on it, and I looked at it. It was an '80 Tornado in excellent shape. It was only 3 years old at the time, and I went in the store and got my VCR, and came out and seen the owner there, and I asked him what he wanted for it, and I bought it for my wife.
Went to get a VCR, came home with a Tornado.
Well, I had VCR and a Tornado.
I don't know that was a good buy.
Well, my wife drove it for 10 years.
Yeah, but those were the ugliest cars
What is
ever.
it? What is a Tornado?
You have to look it up.
Okay.
It's no longer made. Let's put it that way. What was your impulse buy, Megan?
Well, technically, I haven't really bought it yet.
Well,
but I'm going to.
Well, wait. The fact that you're planning to buy it means it's not an impulse buy.
Impulse is where you just go into the store and you see something and you buy it. There's no intention or lead to. You just do it.
But I didn't mean to really buy it that morning.
I don't know if you had it in your mind at all. You're planning.
That's not an impulse.
Yeah, if you go into the store and you're like, I'm going to get this thing even though I don't need it or don't, it's still, that's not an impulse.
No, an impulse is like, on a whim, I'm going to get this right now.
Yeah, you're running by and you see a stop sign. I'm going to buy that. That's...
Yep, that's what that is, all right.
An impulse buy.
It's Morning Kicks Extra with Randy and Jen.
We're talking today about the craziest impulse buy that you've ever made.
Or maybe like the biggest one you've ever made.
What was yours?
A $200,000 lakefront property.
What?
We were headed out to go to Branson one morning from our other lake house and saw the sign up and signed the papers in about 30 minutes.
You already had one lake house and you went and bought another one for over $200,000?
Yeah. Doesn't everybody do that?
Could we be friends?
Always.
Can you buy me a lake house?
But can I have a lake house too?
What was your craziest impulse buy?
My mom, she tells us she's going into a store to get one thing. She comes out with a bunch of items.
That's a woman with an impulse buying problem.
She does it every time.
I thought he was saying that his mom
was the impulse buy, right? Yeah.
But
What was your biggest impulse buy?
I was scrolling on Facebook, and a friend of mine had tagged me in a post of something for sale. It was 3 white peacocks, and I thought, oh my gosh, I got to have them, so I bought them.
Wait a minute, like living peacocks, real peacocks?
Yes, real 3 white peacocks.
Well, you had to have those, didn't you?
Well, yeah, I did.
What bad thing would be complete without them?
What was your biggest impulse buy?
Well, whenever we were on a cruise, Carl got tired, so he sat down to have him some beers, and I went shopping, and I bought me a new diamond ring.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, you intended to buy that from the time you set out from him.
No, I really didn't.
It's Morning Kicks Extra with Randy and Jen.
Hey, join us on the next edition of Morning Kicks Extra.
We're going to be playing a game.
We're going to be wanting you to pretend that your last text you sent is now your campaign slogan.
In the meantime, don't forget to check out our blog at kicks1025.com.
You can check out all of the latest Morning Kicks karaoke songs.
And you can watch us live on most social platforms every weekday morning starting at 7.
Make sure to like, follow, and smash that subscribe button.
Don't miss Morning Kicks with Randy and Jen. Weekday mornings from 6 to 10 on the 4 states' #1 for country, Kicks 102.5.